All right. It is WJ Warrior Jr. here for another fun-filled, educational, informative, everything. Allow me to please adjust my jeans. Is it Orwell that said that? Start the beginning thing. And I know you're probably thinking that Warrior Jr. looking a little thin here, like your muscle. You know what? I got this cost with the gym, and I just don't want to do it anymore. Like right now, I rather try to work on my weaknesses. Leave all that behind. Hopefully, I went a year without really gambling, so I hope to get another year. It was a tough bender, but it basically, I had like $3,000. I wound up doubling it at the bike, and then I took that money, the profit, that paid for the World Series, that paid for all this, and then I gave her like 300 plus a hotel. So then I went back down on the bike to try to double up with the $3,000 that I had left over, and I lost like 2,500. So at that point, I quit. And I just realized, excuse me, the bender of the gambling. Look, you only have so much time and so much energy to devote to anything, and I want to get women. Like I'm tired of jacking off. I'm tired of know. I like the women experience. Like I like it, and if you don't put any serious effort into it, for a guy like me, you'll get nothing. You just can't go through life expecting to meet somebody. Like a guy like me has to put in a lot of effort. So let's begin. Let's talk about what happened tonight. I got up kind of late, whatever, in the afternoon, late afternoon. And I say, all right. Well, usually Sunday night they have this dance thing in the shortstop. It's like the kind of music I like. But I started saying that I really am suffering from my dude. I walk. Yeah, I don't know if I didn't do an episode yesterday. I walked literally from Union Station home. Like West Hollywood, and that's one far walk. Um, because the train was not running, and I like to challenge myself. I don't know, in different ways. Into a all Latin, all Latino dance club, salsa place, and not one woman danced with me the whole night. I know, because to them it's more of a communication. They that's like more of a, hey, I'm really interested. Like 4 in the morning, which I stayed. I got there kind of late, but I stayed. One woman would dance with me the whole fucking time. A problem with that, but I just thought maybe I would hook up with a woman or something, but nothing. So walk all the way back. So then, but today, let's get into tonight. What happened, because it's kind of an interesting. Sorry, how to adjust the lighting. Okay, tonight, I start on the boulevard, and I saw this black guy, kind of young black guy, trying to do pick. He just comes out of nowhere and tries to hit on him. After he was done, I said, "Hey, are you artist D? Are you, And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Like real social dynamics, pickup artisting." No, no, no. But what I do is I've talked to like 30,000 chicks, and I got laid 1,000 times. He goes, I go, "Wow, okay." I basically told him, he says, "Dude, you gotta understand, like I'm not socially awkward. I'm not closing deal. I'm not getting laid. Like I'm getting some phone numbers made sporadic here and there, but it's not turning into women going on dates with me. See what you can do. Like, point out a chick here." There was this one kind of Asian looking chick. She was pretty hot. And I can't believe she was by herself for a second. I jumped right in, and she wound up talking with me for minutes and gave me her number. You know what? I think what took it over the top is her dad. I asked her nationality, and I forget what she said. Filipino, but then the other side from her dad was German, German Irish thing. I go, well, that's me. I'm German, a little Irish, but I'm German. So I guess that got me the number. Gave me her number, and then guy guy's bisexual or something because like he had a shirt on with a rainbow thing, but he wasn't in it. So he didn't. We kind of parted ways there, but I kept going. I kept trying. Now he told me he sticks to. Give me a second here as I have my tea. This is. I'll tell you what this is after I take a sip. This is black tea. I got like 100 tea bags for you get them at that's not included, but you get like 100 tea bags at Safeway, Pavilions, Albertsons. It comes in a box, black tea. Get 100 of them for like $4 or whatever. It's kind of strong, but I'm out of everything else, so I got like one tea bag left in like Trader Joe's, but I have this right now. Now, so I kept continuing. That was one chick. So I got a number. A lot of things, but this one woman that was closer to my age, she was leaving the rose, and I don't know why I said something nice, and then she looked at me and I said, you know, I gave her like a direct. I think I said I would love to earn a date with you, and she was shocked. Me, like she was shocked, right? And I said, yeah. She gave me her number too. That's the second woman, Salvadorian. Got another number. The third chick, let me think. I know tonight was interesting. I'll leave that one for the end. Oh, okay. So, chick number three. Let's go. Well, maybe you thought that was chick number three. Chick number two, I saw this chick that was standing around by Rocco's there. I don't know why, but I said, and she looked like she needed to get somewhere. She didn't know how to go or where she was going. So that's what I basically said. I go, where are you trying to get to? And she goes, and I go, help you, and she goes, okay, fine, help me. Because my friends left me here, and I got to go all the way far away. So I go, I'd be willing to walk with you wherever you need to go. At first she goes, look, I don't know if to trust you kind of thing, but she goes, fine. She goes, fine. And her friends like left her where she was hanging, and I walked with her all the way to Fairfax. I know I walked the whole way, and she told me she was lesbian. She was pretty. She was a good-looking Latina woman. She had these jeans on. I mean, she had a very nice ass, legs and everything. You know, she wanted to know, like, I thought my dance movie, like, and she did ask for my number. I gave her my card, and I really, something like, look, on this channel we can be honest, we can be real. I should have said, hey, I know you're lesbian, but if you're with one of your girlfriends and you're, because she wanted to make up to me for blocking her the whole way. I said, what you could have done was, if you're, in fun with one of your girls, let me watch and semi participate and let me please, I always look. I have an open mind, like to me at least, being in the presence of women and getting off is better than watching porn. Like get something, god damn it. Like, sorry, but I just now I really laid off the sex talk walking with her because I felt like I could be honest with her and everything. She was pretty. I fucked the shit out of her. She had just great structure. She didn't have any boobs, but her ass was made up for it. Her body to God, I would have had some fun with her. I walked all the way back to WeHo, and then I saw girl number 3, the Salvadorian one. They gave me the number. I'm trying to think of the number. What happened next? Then these like alternative chicks showed up. Now I I again, I pretend they're so, and this one came up right up to me. She's not bad. Your phone number, and I go, no. Like, but then I saw another guy in the same story, and I said, well, I'm not paying. I'm not paying. He's going to come up to me, ask me for my phone number, and then you're going to charge me. It's like that's backwards. But those kind of people are kind of backwards. So, I don't care. I need a real woman, not a stick pussy. Remember this one guy, this black guy. They used to go hang out at those after, at the Yukon. He had a deep black. I can't get no real women. He was real upset. Not real upset. He that's what he said. He was like, it's a shame that a guy like you can't get a real woman. And I told him, I don't know. Look, I got nothing to offer, man. I got no car. I'm a free spirit kind of thing. Women don't want that. They want a successful man, and gave up gambling, all this kind of shit. All that one weekend, but it's the women's expectations of what they look for in a man in LA is very high. The next and last woman. I mean, you got to understand. For me, this was like probably a record-setting night to get, the last one. Well, the third number, that's a stick. That doesn't really count. Transgender. That's not the real women. Real women. Even that one is a lesbian. Well, no, wait. I'm trying to think. Wait. The two numbers that I walked, the lesbian that I walked to Fairfax, she wanted me to get her. I just, I kind of like didn't care because I knew she wasn't going to give it up. The lesbian. I should have asked her. I said, hey, well, you can make it up for me. Well, let me get off in front of you, or something. I gave her my card. Could have had that number, but the number again, is it going to translate to action? I don't. The last woman, there's like this guy set up this hot dog stand on the corner across from the Abbeys, and he has this really cool dog. It's an Australian Shepherd, and he's just a dog. We didn't know, like people think, was the dog lost? And the guy was busy working with the dog with bad down, beautiful Australian Shepherd, dark. And then they said, no, it's with the guy that owns the hot dog stand. It just goes all around. I couldn't stop playing with it. It was just such a beauty. So this Latino woman shows up out of nowhere. I could tell she was a little fucked up. And she hugged me, whatever, and started talking to me. Came off with a little sassy attitude, like if she's a toxic person, this and that. I go, well, what do you define that? I was using her for she was a little too homely for me. Now she goes, tell you straight up, sweetheart, I'm not sexually attracted to you. And it's like was not used to probably hearing that homely from me. And I need something that is a little bit on the heavier side, but she didn't have, like I saw, you know, this Latino woman went over there to tell her, hanging around there too. So I was hugging this one that really liked me, and then going to the real woman that wondering, where are you? What are you doing? Kind of thing. Like she kind of took an interest in me. 5 home fucked up because I've seen people die that way. Uh, I so we kept her. The guy working at the hot dog stand saw it too, so he made sure to get her water to let her drive. But what can I do? I can't control the fucking thing. She actually lost her keys, got it back, and she was fucked up. Um, so again, what could I do? What could I do? Only do the best thing you can. In her 30s, she gave me her number. You know, so that was the last of the night. But wow, what a Sunday night. As far as communication, talking to women, getting their time, getting phone numbers. No, I didn't get laid, but lots of interesting prospects. Hmm. Oh, I told them I opened up to some of them, not very sexually experienced, like in my entire life. Women, none of them believed me, but it was true, and they just, that second one that I walked. It's tough when you're trying to get your needs met as a man, when you're not getting from women what it's like, What can you do, man? A good amount of women walk by, kind of like my type, and just couldn't get them to stop, or the guy that does pickup, he goes, I don't, if I see a guy there, I don't try. And I tell him, I still do. You know, guy could kill me, it really, and saw some women in college graduates. Oh, I didn't mention this other one. Civilians, where I was going. One white chick, really, really, really to that. And when she comes out with a couple of gay guys, black girl, and I go, what? She goes, well, that's my god sister. So I'm like, what? You're white. I didn't want to say it, but some things do not, she a little more, emotional. Like I knew her name because a friend told me her sister. When I said, "Oh, Persia," and she went like, "What?" She was surprised, and wound up opening up about, yeah, I was on TV and I wrote a dance movie. Long explain it to you, everybody. Only the people that I feel are worth me explaining it to. But then the white chick, after I explained her, she heard my spiel. She goes, "Well, we gotta go, goodbye," kind of thing. I would have loved to earn a date with her. She was very, very pretty. Seeing the most water as far as they want the best, and the best is a white, woman. I'm very sorry. And then there's Asian, then there's Latino, and then at the bottom it's black. I'm very sorry to say that, but it's just the way it is. You know, you go to Vegas, black ghetto hookers walking around, no white. You know, one maybe here and there like nothing, but you know, the white girls they have to be very pretty. They have to be really something to make the money. You know, it's very the game is very linear. It's very linear, and let me explain by that. Now, this is really you must learn. You must unlearn what you learned and listen. Think about my reality. It is reality. Wow. Okay. Your white women, like I said, are your top echelon. Those are the ones that get them done. I'm talking about white, either European or clean women. Like that look good. They are the ones that marry these millionaires. They're the ones that are high end escorts. I've already talked about this a million times. When they're old, they have no value. I mean, I'm very sorry, but that's just the way it is. Guys' dick can't get hard, then I don't know. It's if you're old and you can't get hard anyway, maybe you'd want to be. But look at that old guy with Anna Nicole Smith. I know it sounds ridiculous, but look, when you got money, you want to get what you want to get what you want while you're alive. To have that needs met as a man. Next is you've got your age, but they kind of do, like Filipino, whatever, Asian, anything. They're they're good. I mean, they could at the times maybe they can rank above white. I don't know. To me, they're that's the hierarchy. Now I prefer Latino women, but again, based on so value has gone up. As far as a beautiful Latino woman, is young and got a great, like that. That again, that could be a high end escort. That could be, your marriage material. Just depends. You're black, your ghetto. That's the you see in Vegas. You see the street women. You're black, ghetto, all tatted up. Ghetto kind of thing, and you look at you like they're really interested. They're direct, which I like, but they're direct for the most part. Direct and direct. Generally when somebody wants to get something that has no value or low value, they are harder to push on you. Um, so what can you do, man? That's the uh. So not to take anything away from that gender race, but look, man, I'm looking to get my needs met. I tried to hit on this one black chick. I think it's in a Cabo Fiesta Cantina, but they were group. There were three women together. I said something nice about a woman's hair. That, but I put people in categories of women that I could pay to have fun with, women that are normal, whatever. Uh, I had that one yesterday at the Studio 54 with that nice hair and everything. But she was just, with her friends kind of thing. I couldn't pull her away. I couldn't, I didn't know. It was just very, very, very loud in there, and the dance floor is so small until they opened the upstairs, and I was already gone by then. So, I said it's tough, isn't it? I am looking to for my standards in a way that last chick I talked to, she was kind of a good person. Um, that really sexually excite me, and I'm trying to think. The first woman was doable because her legs were really nice, tanned. I like that. Face a little too much makeup, but it's all right. So I would her. The third one, a Salvadorian, was a borderline doable. I needed to really look at her closely again, but I probably and then the last chick, I don't, she's, I don't. First off, I don't drink anymore. I don't want a woman that's a hazard. Like a liability. This one chick that was tatted up. Whoa, like a schoolgirl. That a Britney Spears schoolgirl kind of looking. Oops, baby, I did it again. Goth. Damn, she had tattoos all over her body, fishnet stockings, and glasses, and she did talk to me. I kind of scared, kind of scary looking in a way, but she was thin, like her body. I got a good look at her ass, looked pretty nice. She just said, you know what? I just love to like fucking fuck you, really well. I should have said something. I don't know. And then again, she wasn't really my thing. Tattoos, they kind of freaked me out. Like, what the fuck is this? High school, college today. I always ask what their majors. Most of them UCLA, one girl USC. Oh, um, getting my doctorate in a year, and some people do ask. They go, what do you want? And I go, education, um, lecture, educator. It was, it was good women, but people kind of in a big hurry to go absolutely nowhere. It's funny when the clubs let out, these places that people stand around that time off, they don't want to leave, but when they're in there, when I got that girl to that bar she was the friends were at, so people they go, "You're not gay," and I said, "Well, you know what? I've been living in this area a long fucking time. I don't give a fuck. People are people. We need to be equal. We need to. Is that just because you're gay doesn't mean that you can't relate to straight people. All right, and straight people respect and relate women that's gay that I walk with a couple miles to get her to a done this shit before. I talked to a woman one time from literally the Beverly Hills parking structure near the library, Beverly Hills Library. I don't even think, I think she gave me her number. I don't remember. I remember not getting nothing. I've done a lot of good in my life. And expect nothing and don't get nothing. But the alternative one did hug me. It was and kind of like made me feel like I was worth something. Like acting kind of. It made me feel like something. Like I was worth something. That felt good. To get attention like that. It was nice. I need it. On this channel about getting my needs met as a man, and you know, off with a chick is a little is passionately fun. That's really beautiful. Like that dentist, the chick that shows up at the older dancing thing, it kind of massaged me when I was standing there, but What good is that? And get behind me a little bit. That don't fucking really do nothing. I need, I've got a big, wild imagination, and a woman that fuck you straight forward, then top. I want to get behind you. I want to find a way, like music. Of course, you have to go down on me. You gotta suck me. You gotta know how to use your hands to really build it up. To get a guy off, but that's at later. Um, I've got a vivid, real wild, real. It's not kinky. It's like this is cool. Like I got really good ideas of shit that I want to have real passionate fun with women. Like with a woman that loves me. I want something so incredible. And it's very very hard to get. Now that Latina massage woman I know with the huge tits, I asked her. I said, can you do this on me? Can you do that on me? She goes, no. She wasn't surprised at it. She just said, uh, I asked. I said, you know, she gave me a massage, and she wasn't that. It was good. It was so. Her hand job was decent plus. But she has the real. Her tits are really what where the money is on this Latina chick that I pay. Um, she had a funny. I, that's where I come every time. Every time that I've been with her, she knows, but she hasn't been anyway. But paying. It's like I want, like to want for free. Well, but I want it with a woman that loves, you gotta understand. There's a big difference between a woman kind of getting you off for a couple bucks, and then a woman that really likes you, that doesn't charge you. There's a big difference. And that would be nice. That would be nice to meet a woman, that would be nice. My Sunday. I don't know what more to say. I felt like you get out what you put your energies into, and, and it's very hard. It's very hard, when you feel like you're fighting an uphill battle. But phone number. Remember what I said that it was 30,000 women, 1,000 times getting laid. So the more numbers I get, eventually those will put getting. I want my dick. I want a woman to have like a really nice ass, and I want to put my dick in there, like in the pussy, like I want to really horny, like I want to fucking really do it, with something that's very nice. And then I want to turn around, and do things happily, like I'm a hopeless romantic, like I have visions, like of what would be really fun. Like I'm not gonna be scared, timid, shy guy. Oh, is this okay? I really wanna fucking get to town, on them. It's just hard to do because these gay guys are blocking me from my approaches. Some of these women try to shake my hand. I said, that's not going to do anything for me. Like, I really want to date with you. They're kind of surprised by that. But then these four women that were together in a pizza place, and one woman, she couldn't. Four women together, no guys. What the fuck is wrong with these people? It's girls' night out. Oh, yeah, well, there's no girls night out. There's nowhere around there. It's again, this was good, as far as getting phone numbers. But see if all these phone numbers, if we can equate it to getting laid for free. The women that gave me their phone numbers, besides the stick, they're not working girls. They're regular women, and I didn't even ask them. I'm like, what's the point? Chick and let me watch and get off too, and maybe, you know, they could kind of. I mean, I know some of those women, they're gay, but what they do in the videos is they kind of like massage the guy a little bit as he's getting off. You gotta ask sometimes, and I just. No. All right, so I hope that kind of see the crap that I went through, and I'm still, still trying to get women, I'm really trying. That's what you gotta do. All right, Warrior Junior out for now. We will. The fight continues. The goal. The goal remains. Hopefully, one day, I'll be able to come back and say, "Real woman."